What's up? Sorry. So yes, my name is Tim Hefferon. I'm a 5th year here at Marquette, and this is my first time doing stand-up. And leading up to this event, I realized that stand-up, your first time, is a lot like your first time driving a car. You know, you get in the car your first time, you get behind the wheel, you kind of just start driving and hope for the best. And so that's a lot like the same. You come up, you got the microphone, you start spewing stuff and hope something sticks. But it's also like driving for the first time because of the passengers. So imagine you're waiting for an Uber, and you're all sitting in the car, and I hop in and I'm like, hey, what's up? Just so you know, by the way, it's my first time driving. We're gonna see how this goes. You'd be in the back like, I think I'm gonna buckle up for this one. This might be a rough ride. So now you guys are the passengers in my Uber. I come on the stage and say, hey, just so you know, this is my first time doing stand-up. You're like, this will be a long 5 minutes. I think I'm buckle up for this one. We'll see. But yeah, 5th year, I've loved my time at Marquette, and kind of leading into this last semester, I've done a lot of reflecting on my time here. And there have been some crazy stories over 5 years, but one of my favorite ones actually happened on the first day of school, my freshman year. But before I get into that, has anyone ever seen the show Blue Mountain State? Yeah. So it's a Netflix show, and it's basically about this college quarterback that has the life in school. You know, he has all the friends, he goes to all the parties, gets girls, whatever. And so I watched this, like binge watched this the summer before coming to school, which was a terrible idea. So I remember like clear as day, like I had class in Straz, I was walking to Olin, so right through Rainer and whatnot. And you know, I'm like bebopping around, like whistling, whatever, saying hi to people I don't even know. Like I was that kid, it was bad. And so I get like right to like where you're almost at Rainer, and there's those tables on the right, and I see her. She's leaving the library. I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's the most beautiful girl I have ever seen. So I'm like, Tim, like I give myself a little mental pep talk. Tim, play it cool. She'll come to you. You watch Blue Mountain State, you know what's up. So I activate single strap mode on my backpack. And you know, I put on this face of indifference and kind of look everywhere but at her, because she'll notice me. And so I'm walking, looking around, and finally I make eye contact with her. And she immediately goes, oh my gosh, hey, what's up? And in my head I'm like, oh my god, it worked. Wow, like, what do I do now? So I'm like, Tim, play it cool. Just repeat the question back at her. Girls love that. So I'm like, not much, what's up with you? And it was the weirdest thing, because at the same time I said that, there was like a female voice echo, also saying the same thing right behind me. And I looked at this beautiful woman, and her eyes shifted from what I thought was looking at me to now looking at me. And her face was just total disgust. So I literally just happened. I nodded at her, said, thank you, and walked away. But yeah, so 5th year, next year I'll be moving down to Atlanta, Georgia. Actually, I'm very excited about it. I'm gonna miss a lot about Marquette, but one thing I will not miss at all is winters here. I'm from New York, so I had winters growing up, but there's one big difference between winters here and winters in New York. In New York, winter is cold. Here, winter is painful. It's so bad. I mean, there was one day sophomore year, it was negative 30 degrees outside. We had school canceled, negative 30 degrees before wind chill. That doesn't even make sense to me. Like, if there are no degrees outside, it's 0 degrees outside. If there's negative 30 degrees outside, do I walk outside and, like, lose body heat? So, I mean, you might be a freshman in McCormick, like, and you have an 8 a.m. class in Lawmere, preparing for the day, and you're, like, going through your checklist, and it literally sounds like an Arctic expedition. Like, 4 pairs of pants, check. 2 sweatshirts, check. Jacket, check. Hat, check. Scarf, check. Gloves. Like, the next thing should be sled dogs and sled. Like, that's the route you're going down. But so, you know, you're getting ready in the morning, you're getting all your pants and jackets on, and you're trying not to wake your roommate for your 8 a.m. And you go over and you waddle over to the elevator because you can't bend your knees because you're wearing so many layers. Hit the elevator button, the door's open, it's like 10 other guys dressed the same way. Hey man, what's up? You take the elevator down, and I swear, only in Milwaukee, you know, you get down to the lobby, you look out those big windows in McCormick, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's a beautiful day. Blue skies, sun shining, there's birds chirping, you're like, silly me, I overdressed. Silly. And so you waddle over to the front door, you're like laughing to yourself, like, oh, I don't need all these layers, this is so funny. And you go to the door, and you go from like here to about here, and it's just, boom! Milwaukee's like, what's up? Immediately, it's like, give me your 30 degrees. You're like, what are you talking about? Now you're on the ground, you can't get back up, you can't move your knees, you're crawling, splash, you're crying, tears are freezing to your face. You think like, oh, I'm gonna be so embarrassed, and then you look around like everyone else is doing the same thing. Like, oh my gosh. And then finally you make it to Lawmere, and you know, there's someone getting their leg amputated in the lobby. Oh my god. And so you get to the door of the class and you're like, finally, it's over, it's over. And you open the door and boom, desert. Always like, if it's that many degrees under comfortable outside, it's that many degrees over comfortable in the classroom. So you just have to strip off all your jackets, your pants. By the end, you're just sitting there in your boxers. And everyone always says the same thing. It's like, why did I pick this school? Why did I come to Milwaukee? But I love that phrase because as a fifth year senior, I'm getting a little like sentimental with you guys, but that phrase means that there's so many amazing moments that happen here that it makes up for the shitty moments. You know, we deal with the shitty McCormick food, we deal with the shitty basketball team. It's been a long 3 years. Next year, yeah. But there are so many amazing moments around you, so please just try and be aware of those and recognize them. It's my last semester here, so I wish I had some more of them. But thank you so much. This has been so much fun. You guys are a great crowd, and I hope to see you on campus. Thank you.